All right, welcome back to Rubber Ducking Podcast, everyone. I am your host, Charles.
And I'm your co-host, Mike.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. What we're gonna do, we're gonna give just a little bit of like maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes to let people know that we're live and wait for them to join us. How was your day, Mike?
That's good.
That's
Yeah,
good.
That's good.
I realized like a car, right? Like America, we live in America, so like I feel like we take cars for granted because like you don't really. I don't feel like I appreciate cars enough. Living in
You don't
America.
feel like you appreciate it enough?
I don't
Really?
think so. Yeah, it's just
Wow.
like, oh yeah, I have a car. I can just get into my car and go anywhere I want.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? It's just like you don't really think about it.
It's a
You don't
given
really
that you would have it.
give it. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who actually don't have cars, and our friend James. Right, I make James.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He doesn't
no,
have a
was on the
car.
show before.
He
He
lives in-
doesn't own a car. Well,
he
he
does
lives in
not
New York
own the
City,
car.
so it's one of
Yeah.
those places where you kind of, I guess you could get by without it.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
okay,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
So he doesn't have a car, so I I make fun of him a lot. It's like, you
You
don't
make
know how to drive. No, but all the seriousness though, like
Uh-huh.
if we were to go back, if I were to go back to North Korea,
Uh-huh.
right now, I don't know. I don't think I can make it.
Because you don't have a car.
Well, all that and everything, right? Given my life here right
Uh-huh.
now, and compare that with the life that I used to live in North Korea, right?
Yeah.
If somebody were to ask me, "Hey,
Oh, right. That's right. I mean, of course, there are many things.
can you escape North Korea for the third time?" I'd be like, I don't know, because one of the good
Wow.
reason is like, freedom of movement, right?
That's
so
right.
I guess this is like a really good way to segue into our topic today. So
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about cars.
Okay.
But-
Awesome.
but I
Because
guess
we don't appreciate them
it's
enough. We should talk about
it's more of like transportations in North Korea, right? Like how does North Korean people
Right.
actually move around?
because
right?
cars are not that
common in North Korea. Yeah, it's
right.
not. I mean, I'm sure I think we talked about it in our earlier episodes too. Like
We sure
the
did. Yeah.
car that runs on. I think it's a combustion gas, like combustion like engine, like the gas that car that runs on like a smoke.
Oh,
That's
so are you
generated.
talking about moktancha? It's the wood burning engine.
Right.
Yeah, which is wild. We're not talking about a coal. It's not a steam engine.
Right.
Turns out, and this is like, and what's really unique about this, right, is that this thing does not exist essentially outside of North Korea. It's not anymore, right?
No, yeah, and it's not anymore.
Yeah.
And you know what was the funniest thing too
Yeah.
is that I thought North Korea actually invented that technology, but no, Germany did during the World War
Oh,
II.
interesting.
Germany
Okay.
actually invented that technology, and when I was in North Korea, I thought, it's like, oh, North Korean scientists invented it. And I've been saying that like all along, and then that was on YouTube too.
Oh wow.
Like we posted a video on that, and then somebody commented, it's like,
Oh,
hey.
no way.
So I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I'm like learning a lot, right? So for those of you just joining, and for those of you don't know what we're talking about, just to give context, right? So we're talking about transportation in North Korea. And let's set a little bit more context on that too. Transportation.
Yeah.
And, transportation is like basically used for movement. And in North Korea, there are no freedom of movement. Every single time you try to go somewhere or even, go to your neighbor town, like maybe it's like for us, like let's say from San Francisco to like LA, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would have to get a government permission to leave the town, right?
Mm.
The reason why the government puts on so much stricter rules on traveling and the movement is because they want to contain the information of what's happening in North Korea by itself, right? They don't want people talking about it, right? Cell phones are monitored, right? Cell phones are always like monitored. Letters are monitored, right? People like governments actually can open your letter and they can look at it. Therefore, movement is also very, very restricted as well, right? So, given that, with that being said, when I was in North Korea, thankfully, I did travel quite often. And the way that we travel is, mind you, it's 2000, it's 2000, it's like 2002, 2003, right? And one of the transportation that we used in North Korea, because like when I was living, so my hometown is in Changjin. So Changjin is a city known to the U.S. I guess like the Marines or vets chosen reservoir. And
The
that's
battle
the
that was there.
the battle that U.S. Army lost, U.S. Marines lost. And cool fact actually, the reason why Marines actually has to train in Alaska is because of the chosen reservoir.
Oh no way.
Yeah, because like it's so cold there. So that's why they have to train there. But there is a transportation, like the very first like a experience that I had. I think it was called Inkura. Do you know what Inkura is?
No, I do not know what
So
that is. What is that?
So basically, Inkura is on a top of the mountain. There is like like an engine that runs with a gigantic, thick, long wires, right? And then at the end of the wire, there's a train car.
What?
And then you do you and you switch that engine on, and it rolls very slowly, and then it actually pulls the train. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
a
it's like
one
a-
train car, cable car
Yeah, cable car. Where do you hook the where's the cable hooked into?
to the train.
And then what's the other end?
That's the engine. Like it's like a gigantic like a
Engine that's like stationary.
or like a I guess like a wheel. Like
Yeah.
and it's a station.
Okay. Oh,
So-
interesting. So
right?
it is a cable car.
It's like a cable car, but here is the interesting thing too. That was built by Japanese.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That was built by Japanese, and yeah. Oh well. Okay. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. So for those of you who just came in, we are talking about transportation in North Korea. Since North Korea doesn't really have freedom of movement, like how people move around and what kind of like travel restriction do we have, right? So that's kind of like the general broad of our conversation. And if you have any questions, please do engage with us in the chat. I'm happy to answer them in my best abilities as I can. Yeah, so there is trains, there are cars, of course, like, and cars meaning like the factories, right? North Korean people that are not allowed to own a personal vehicle, at least when I was in North Korea, right?
It's just banned by law or something. You're just not allowed to have it, even if you could afford it somehow.
But that's only to the second and then the
common
lower class,
people, right?
the common
yeah.
people.
So the elites,
right?
this does not apply.
It does not. Yeah. Like going on and on, like, even like coming to America, and I get to see in North Korea as the third person's perspective,
Yeah.
right? So like I had like this is kind of like the aha moments that I keep getting. It's like, oh, that's why, right? There's a lot of like bans. When I was in North Korea, like, oh, one day this movie was allowed, and then the next day, oh, the like this movie is banned. If you watch it, you're gonna go to prison. And I didn't know why. It's like, why? That's still a North Korean movie.
Yeah.
But because it was made by like, the person who got kidnapped. There's a movie director, South Korean movie director, who actually got kidnapped.
Oh yeah.
And
I
brought
think
to
you
North
talked about that
Korea.
recently. Yeah.
Right. And then like I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why. So I'm keep having like this kind of like aha moments. And other day I actually had that aha moment too, where a friend of mine actually went to North Korea. And she went to North Korea back in 2015. And well, I mean, we weren't friends back then, but we just became friends recently. And she, took videos and photos and
oh yeah.
and then the video is actually coming up soon, so watch out for that. But she was like showing me different pictures of like the Pyongyang and different kind of like aspect of Pyongyang, and it felt like completely different country, right? And to me, at least, like,
right, because
like,
you said you were there. Maybe you visited Pyongyang once
like
when you were
when I
a
was
kid?
really really young, right? Because when I was with my my aunt
I
for a
see.
brief like, and we weren't allowed to like go out. We were just like at the apartment.
Oh,
I don't
you didn't
really
get
know
to
why.
even see the.
No.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? They really don't want the regular peasants in the city, huh?
No.
It's only for
yeah.
the elites.
So
Wow.
so I most of the time I just say I haven't technically visited like the Pyongyang because it's technically true because I wasn't able to go out. And like watching those kind of videos and photos that are kind of like came out from North Korea, it's like, it's like North Korea actually puts in a lot of efforts into making Pyongyang look really, really good because of this kind of tourisms, right? And when I was in North Korea, like, it's like, it's when you think about like Pyongyang, like you would think like every single North Korean can just like go in, right? Because it's within the same country. They're not allowed to leave their own country, but they can visit other countries.
Not true. Huh?
No. Yeah, you have to have traveling documents. And Pyongyang, you can't go into Pyongyang if your car is dirty, right? So you're a factory car driver, right? So you work for a factory or you work for some like a company. If your car is dirty, they would actually ask you to go back and get a car wash and come back in.
Oh, and because in North Korea, not a lot of roads are actually paved, right?
Yeah,
it's dirt roads. So the cars coming outside of Pyongyang would be naturally pretty
covered
dirty and dusty.
It's very dirty. Yeah, and so
man,
so everybody like almost like everyone has to get a car wash, right? And it's not. It's again. Commercial vehicles like the Moktancha, for example,
the wood burning car,
they're not allowed.
They're not allowed.
I mean, it's gonna hurt their image pretty hard.
Oh, if the Pyongyang has the really just completely
it's a different country. It's like it's like I wouldn't say it's a movie prop, right? Because I mean, don't get me wrong, there are people who actually live there. It is their life. Right? There are locals in Pyongyang, but they're just so desensitized, right, to foreigners because I mean they've been seeing them a lot. Well, I guess they've been trained a lot and also like desensitized, right, to different people. Okay. So that's why they look normal. But for us, people like us, we're just confined in our own cities, right? So this kind of like goes into like, oh, why does North Korean people revolt, right? The reason is because like even there is like revolting going on in North Korea, nobody knows about it because there is no like information that is like being spread around, right? Like North Korean regime just comes in and just unalives just everyone who's involved, right? And then like not just that, but their family too. Yeah. Right. And there's no like cell phones like or social media.
No social media, no stuff. What about landline phones?
It's monitored, right? And not everybody has landline.
Not everybody
phones.
has landline either.
Only government officials have landline phones.
Oh, so common people just don't have communication at all?
Not at all. Yeah.
What about? I mean, obviously the letter's gonna take too long,
right? I mean, letters. I mean, the letters are also monitored, right?
That's like a prison.
Well, I mean, that's why.
Pretty much what it is.
That's why North Korea is, known as the prison without walls, right? I mean, there's a reason why, and I'm not saying like I'm not saying every North Korea is like that, but like I mean, every city in North Korea, right? I mean, of course, like there's capital cities, and those kind of rules are bent by the elite. Right, we're just only talking about like commoners,
common people, but which would be like again,
98% of like North Korean people basically. And those kind of rules are bent by North Korean, elites, and also people who have connections with the elites, right? Who have connections with the elites, they can actually bend rules somehow. So. Yeah, like the reason why North Korean people really don't revolt is because like the punishment that comes after, what it's the fear, right, of like you're gonna get punished, and not just you but your generations to come will be punished, right? It's like your social rank, right, is going to get far demoted into being like the like I'm trying to think of the Korean word for like your jokbo, my gosh, I'm forgetting the North Korean terms now. Oh my gosh.
I mean, in a way, regardless of language, though, you are a product of one of these, right? Because you have in your lineage somebody who was as prestigious as helping write the national anthem
of North Korea,
and then he got exiled.
Yeah.
So you had a hard life.
Songbun, right? So
if that didn't happen, you might actually be the 1% living comfortably in Pyongyang.
Exactly.
Right
now. Yeah. I mean, my mom, right, and she would have still alive, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? And byproduct of that affair. So people are scared, and to add to that, it's like, and there is like traveling bans, right? And then there is also like, you know, no informations, like like cell phones or even landlines. It's not available. And whenever people do want to travel, right? Because everybody in North Korea actually works, right?
That's right.
Like if you don't have a job, you will. We actually talked about it in one of our
recent episodes.
yeah,
right?
episodes
Zero
too.
unemployment. Zero.
Let's
pay.
all go to North Korea.
Please don't. Yeah, please.
You'll get a job and a free housing.
Yeah.
So when you do want to travel, you need to go to your local government and you have to get a traveling documents, right? And again, here comes the fun part too. Like the government officials, like they don't get paid enough. Like it's I'm talking about like the local regime, right? It's like the local regime, and it kind of like goes bigger. It's
That's
like,
right.
It's all like related to different departments and different branches and different, you know, like groups and right. So we're talking about like the local government, like Pyeongchang Suncheonji, for example. When I was living
so like a city, it's like equivalent of a city hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, city hall, or like a city police department, maybe.
Yeah.
You will go to there, and then you would ask them for the traveling documents, right? But because the officials aren't getting paid enough, right? They have to survive somehow, right? And whenever those kind of situation comes up, like it's a holiday for those government officials because you can ask for bribes, right?
You can name the price.
Yeah,
Whatever you
basically.
want.
Well, I mean, not
has to be
whatever.
reasonable,
Well,
right?
well, not whatever you want, right? It's like you are actually bringing some. That's like a well-known fact, right?
Oh,
I don't know. It's
interesting.
like maybe it's a cultural thing too, right?
Is
Because
it like a
in
market rate? Is that what it is? Like you're expected to bring certain items of certain quantity to the officials? Is that what it is?
Yeah. But it's a Korean culture too, but in an extreme kind of setting. So because in South
Interesting.
Korea, when you are going to someone to ask for a favor,
Yeah.
you bring something, right? It's like, well, it's not like you know, alcohol. Maybe alcohol or cigarettes. You know,
Yeah, I
maybe
mean, I
like
think the
rice.
rules since then gotten a little tougher, so that if it's like somebody in the official, if there's a power dynamic involved, it is counted as a bribery. So
I
like
see.
there's like a limit as to how big the gift can be.
I see. Okay.
But I mean,
You cannot-
there
yeah.
have been lots of like in the past. I remember seeing in the news is like people.
Give
And by the way,
bribe.
the largest denomination that South Korea had up until relatively recently was essentially $10 bill, right? So if you try to bribe somebody cash with $10 bills, you have to bring boxes of cash. So people will buy these like Apple boxes. That look like,
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I brought some
Pear.
fruit for you,
Yeah.
full of $10 bills, and then people got caught. But I mean, but of course, like those are extreme like political scandals.
Right,
But
right.
it is right in the
But
culture. You don't just ask for a favor. You're supposed to bring some sort of gift.
Right.
As a, like, oh hey, I'm please, for my child or for my family, look at us favorably and help us out a little bit. But okay, so then
Look at me once. Sorry.
what do you what
Please give me.
what do you bring to the official? So let's say you're in Suncheon, you want to visit. I don't know, what's a reasonable place to go to?
Reasonable place to go to, or reasonable?
Because you can't ask to go to Pyongyang.
No. Yeah. So the reasonable place to go to would be either Pyeongseong or reasonable place is Sariwon.
Oh, what is that? And why would you travel to Taiwan?
Because I have my aunt there.
Oh, because you have family members there.
Right,
So,
I have
so
a
you go to
family
tell
member.
official.
Yeah. So
I have a family member I'd like to visit. So what would you bring?
So I would bring tambe, right? So I'll bring
Oh,
cigarette.
oh my God, it is a prison.
Huh?
I said it is a prison because the tobacco is form of currency in prisons in the United States.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
But not just any cigarette, right? There is a
Oh.
brand called 고양이. So it's a cat.
Cat? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a gold and red box, and then there's a black cat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
And North Korean made, right?
no.
No?
It's a Western made.
Oh, it
And
is?
also there's Marlboro too in North Korea.
What?
Yeah, Marlboro Light. Well, we're not actually promoting smoking
Yeah,
cigarettes
smoking kills.
here.
Smoking
Yes,
bad. And
smoking
you
bad.
smell bad.
Uh,
Everyone around you, everything around you
Stinks.
smell bad.
but
So
but we're not condoling.
we're not condoning smoking. We're not
Condoning
recommending
just-
anybody smoke.
Right,
but
right. We're just talking about it.
Yeah.
So
Please YouTube no yellow.
yeah,
yellow tag
no,
on our video.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But yes. So I would bring either cigarette or alcohol, right?
Oh, what alcohol is
Or,
that? Like soju or
Oh, it's Dongtaegi. It's like
It's a bootleg.
A bootleg. Yeah, it's like a homebrewed.
Okay,
You know,
so
it's
so
like,
the
but it's a still
interesting.
alcohol though. It's a still alcohol, right?
Yeah, but so the tobacco has to be high quality, like brand,
Yeah.
but the alcohol can be like whatever.
Yeah,
get me
whatever.
drunk.
Because like, yeah. Um, and also some people like. I mean, it depends on like how much money you have, right? So whenever you have a lot of money,
Uh-huh.
you can bring different things.
I
right? You can
see.
bring like even meat, or you can sometimes bring money too. You can bring some rice, right?
Wow.
So, and again, like depending on how strong your bribe is,
Uh-huh.
right? The faster,
Oh.
and then the longer you can be gone for.
Oh.
Right. So how faster the permission comes out and how much longer. So for example, like if I want to go like 3 day or 4 days, then I'm like, yeah, a pack of cigarette or alcohol.
Okay.
Cool.
Mm.
If you want to go for like 2 months, yeah, then when you're like now you're talking about cash, right? So
Wow.
I mean it happens very often in North Korea, and not okay. Again, you're not just bribing to get that, but now that's a one part of the process, right? So getting the traveling documents is one part of the process. Now you have to go to the train station and you have to purchase the train ticket.
Oh, okay.
Right. So mind you, so you have a traveling document,
Uh-huh.
you have your identification, right?
Yep.
So you have those two.
Uh-huh.
Now you have to go buy the train ticket, right? And relatively like you don't really need to bribe anything when you're buying a train ticket.
Yep. Okay, that's good.
But whenever you're trying to get on the train with those three things, the people on the train, they would stop you and they would try to make a excuse to stop you, right? And try to get the bribe out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what would they say?
They're like, "Oh, your ticket doesn't look good." Or maybe like like sometimes like your name on the ID and the name of the traveling document, 공민증, and then on the like the traveling documents,
Yeah.
it doesn't match. Like even though it matches,
Oh, they're just
like,
gonna claim that it's
or
just
like a
not
도장, right? It's
Oh,
because
the
like you have
signature or the stamp.
the stamps is
Yeah.
like crooked a little bit, so it has to be specifically in
They're
here.
just like finding excuses is what it is.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So they would try to take a bribe, right? So like you have to just, like
So
give
they're
them
not
pack of
asking for like,
cigarette.
hey, give me some. It's not that. It's just
No,
like,
they don't
hey,
ask
that
you
doesn't look
upfront.
quite right, and then that just means that time to pay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't ask you like they don't ask you like a upfront about it.
That's right. Okay. Huh.
And then that's not it. Like that's not all of it. And then there is 경무관. There is a military police on the train.
Wow.
Right, it's not just any police. I actually talked about this on my YouTube
Well, yeah,
channel.
that's the guy you try to escape on the train.
Right, 경무관s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those guys are the military police, and they don't play by the rules. Like they can do whatever they want.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So the civilian police, and then there's the military police. Civilian police have to obey to the military police in North Korea, because North
I
Korea
see.
is
It's
authoritarian country, right?
Right. The military has the power.
And then those guys, I'm not sure the AK-47 has bullets and their pistols has bullets, but they carry that anyway.
Okay.
You know what's really, really, really funny? Now I think about it. Like North Korean, armies, right? They all carry guns. Like you would see it everywhere.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? Like you would see, like, I see the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see, like everybody sees the gun, and you see like these little kids carrying around. Not kids, but like
Well, yeah,
17-year-olds.
young people. Yeah, still 17. very
Yeah,
young,
17, 18, carrying AK-47. Like they're as big as the guns.
Aw.
It's so tiny, so malnourished, so
Oh,
skinny.
no.
But I'm not sure if they have any bullets. It's I was just
Yeah, I mean,
I
according to the
doubt-
South Korean intelligence, that the average, per soldier round
Bullet-
spent is about 7 a year. The average, like
Yeah.
assuming that the elites guarding or the elite military guarding the Pyongyang uses a lot to train.
right.
There definitely has to be some like inland landlocked city
Yeah.
soldiers who are like, we don't got no bullets.
Right.
to fire.
I'm pretty sure like people who are actually protecting the Kim Jong Un's like the residents.
yeah.
And I mean I actually heard this guy talking about it. It was like they have a triple, like 8 different layers of the security in the Kim Jong Un's like the residential
Wow.
house, and it's a big house too. And like it's actually called Dimple Video. So if you go on there and like the guy who used to be a bodyguard of Kim Jong Un, and apparently if you don't like identify who you are, because like there are a lot of people actually go out to look for natural herbs, right? 산나물.
Yeah, that's right.
What's 산나물 in English?
It's just herbs, wild herbs.
Wild, like Walgreens, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you talk about Walgreens, and they just shoot you.
They
And
just new questions.
no questions asked.
Oh, wow.
Like shoot you, and they would like kill you.
Wow.
And again, like if you were to kill someone, that's encouraged. Like that's a 표창유가.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's like a you.
Although
you
it was
get- you
just a
get paid-
civilian trying to
Yeah.
grab
Like-
salad.
Yeah.
Dang.
Just going to mountains, but it's in the mountain, and you don't identify as like you're just walking
Wow.
around, you get shot. And I heard that and I was like, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, something like that happens. I mean, it happens. So South Korea also very heavily militarized, military bases everywhere, all across the country, and people have, unknowingly ventured into what is part or under military control, and then accidentally people have gotten shot or gotten hurt before. That's a
Right.
huge scandal, obviously.
Right, but
yeah.
in North Korea,
Like,
you don't even
and
know
then
about
a lot of the military officials get fired. The
Right, right.
president gets
it.
blamed.
See, like,
all that
it,
kind of stuff.
like if accidents like that happen,
Yeah.
it's an accident, right? It's
Yeah.
obviously accident. In North Korea, it is accident, but like, so what, right?
Wow.
It's like, so what? What are you gonna do, right?
I see. Wow.
But anyway, so we're talking about 경무관s, right? So
Yeah,
like
military police. Yeah.
right, military police. And you get stopped by those guys too, because you're on the train, right? Once you're assigned a seat, you
Hold
have
on.
a
So you already paid bribe at this point.
I like
Entr-
two bribes.
Because you bribe to get the permission to travel. You bribe to get on the sinking train, and then you're trying to find the seat, and there's another guy looking for a bribe.
Well, so you sit on the train, right? And
Uh-huh.
this train is moving,
Oh, okay.
and then there is a ticket.
Oh, I see. What you're saying.
Who's checking the ticket?
Oh,
And then like you just pray, it's like, oh my gosh,
they're not gonna pick on you.
yeah, they're not gonna pick on me. I mean, of
So
course
do you
I
have
don't-
to like make yourself look like you don't have that much?
Well,
What's the strategy?
whatever.
there?
I mean, whenever you're traveling, you
Uh-huh.
kind of like because you don't know how long you're gonna travel for.
Right, that's
so
another
you
thing.
carry a lot of things with you.
Oh.
And when you carry a lot of things in North Korea,
Aw.
you look like you have money. Because
Dang
you don't really.
Can't
So
escape
it happened a lot with me and my mom.
Oh.
Right. So when I was like when I was like 8, right before my mom really
Mhm.
hospitalized, like we traveled a lot.
Oh.
Right. My mom and we went to Namyang, we went to Onsong. It was from Changjin too.
Uh-huh.
So it was relatively closer than from Suncheon to Namyang.
Mhm.
From Changjin to Namyang, it was relatively close. But I don't know where she got money. But she was like visibly just like shaken every time like we're trying to get to the train,
Uh-huh.
or and again, it's not just a bribes, right? It's also like the police officers like sexually abuse you,
Oh my.
right? Sexually abuse you, physically abuse you. They would just
There's
lock you
no
up,
accountability essentially because they are the
They
police.
are the
Who you gonna
law.
call? They're the police,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So witnessing those kind of things again, that's only one type of transportation, and there are many types of transportation that's
Uh-huh.
going on, right? There is and then so that's like a one type of transportation, train, right?
Mhm.
Second type of transportation is it's a car, right? So
Ah.
it's a car, but how it works is that you are a factory driver, right? So you're a factory
Mhm.
driver and you have a family member. So and you're a factory driver and you're driving for your factory, right? So
Uh-huh.
you're going somewhere to import something to bring back to your hometown.
That's right.
Your family members actually goes out and then they actually recruits people who want to travel,
Oh.
right? Who wants to travel to different places.
Hmm.
Now, of course, you need to have a traveling document
Oh,
in
I see.
order
You
for
still
you
have
to
to, okay.
even get onto that kind of it's kind of like illegal, like human, as you call it, maybe human trafficking. I don't know. It's like a worse form of but because it actually is in a way,
Huh.
because like you are moving somebody without not like the official way, if that makes sense. Like what do you call that? It doesn't. Sorry,
I
that's not
mean,
a human
it's,
trafficking.
yeah, I don't think so. I don't think human trafficking is when the exploitation is involved.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's just is that so? It's not a state sanctioned way of travel then. So the
States.
so meaning that this is not how the government wants you to travel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so we stand at a specific place at a specific
Uh-huh.
time because they told us to,
Yeah.
and they would pick us up on the way to
I
like wherever
see.
you're going, right?
Uh-huh.
So again, it's not a bus or it's not a like a
Yeah. What does this car or truck look like? Just describe us. The
it's like a really really big truck, it's really really big. It's
as
like
big as like a semi or a little bit smaller than that. It's like a dump truck maybe.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
on the highways like big dump trucks.
Yeah,
with big
big dump
bed.
truck, yeah.
So where do the people go? Because those only
On
have like
top
2
of
seats.
on top of
On
that.
top of the
Yeah, so we
whatever
have-
is like in the truck.
So sometimes like people carry like wood.
That's right.
Like
yeah.
a lipai, if we call it lipai of wood. Like, you know, I think that's a Japanese for like a
Ipai.
lipai. Yeah. We call it lipai.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. So
Um,
so crap ton of wood.
Yeah, crap ton of wood, you know, or even coal.
Oh.
And you know, sometimes like I don't know, some other kids they always have like something covered.
Oh, I see.
So we can sometimes feel it. It's a wood because you can see the wood, but
Gotcha.
whenever it's covered, it's really hard to
Uh-huh.
see. But we sit on top of that.
So on top of the load.
Yeah,
of the
and
truck,
there
on
is
the independent
again there
truck.
is no seat belt. There is no safety regulations.
How many people at a time? Like a dozen?
20 to 30.
Oh my
So
God!
it's like packed. So some
on
people
top
like
of the truck.
yeah. So some people like stands like I'm sure I can find a picture. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm pretty like because
I mean, in my head, I'm picturing like the Indian trains.
oh, it's
kind of like that.
packed.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's not as packed as like Indian.
Yeah,
trains,
but I know
right?
the people like also ride on top of the train. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Whew.
And again, and then those guys have to go through the checkpoints, right?
Mm.
Because whenever you're traveling to different towns, again, North Korea doesn't have freedom of movement, right?
Right.
It's been like even like you're going through like off route, for example, like
Uh-huh.
one way or another, you have to cross the checkpoints because there are
Oh.
checkpoints on all like roads, right?
Wow.
Like everywhere.
So that's
And-
why you have to have the travel document.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
your
see.
국민증, you know, and that's why I was so afraid of like when I first came to America. Like
Uh-huh.
I resettled in San Francisco, right? Whenever I'm going to like the tour,
Toll gates.
I'm like traumatized, you know,
gosh.
like my heart's beating. I was like,
They look like a checkpoint. Right?
yeah, it's like, oh, where's the ID? You know, it's like, oh, what is it? I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, you just throw quarters.
Yeah.
At the machine. Do you remember those?
I know.
So
It
there
was
used
only
to
$5.
be. I think I've seen this. I don't know. Did I see this in the United States? I don't know if United States ever have these. I'm sure they did. In Korea, when the tolls were lower, you could actually pay with coins. And then there's a machine with a giant basket in front of it. It's automated, and you just like so instead of like so right now it's all like fast track, high
Yeah.
pass, like
Yeah.
you just drive right through. But it used to be like transactions instead of credit card or the dollar bill. you
Right.
Throw a bunch of coins at it.
I see. It's like, take that.
yeah, right. No, that felt pretty satisfying. Not that I did, but like my dad used to.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean,
interesting.
up until like 2014, 2015, like we had to when we were like going across the Golden Gate Bridge, like
Yeah,
I
sure,
still have to,
yeah,
like,
you'd
pay
have to
cash.
stop and pay cash. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. So, you know, because of that, like coming from North Korea and coming, like, and then coming to like San Francisco, I mean, it's a vastly different experience. But I still had like PTSD of like, oh my gosh, like, do I have to like present my ID?
Oh
you know?
my
And-
goodness. I mean, well, if you ever cross the border, right, you do have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Or sometimes there's
International
like
border,
agricultural checkpoints exist to see if you're not carrying certain crops, you're not supposed to move across certain borders, things like that. But yeah, I mean, within the San Francisco, it's all.
Yeah, I mean,
toll,
I mean, I think I've never been to like the agricultural like
I haven't either. I only seen a video. Of
yeah,
it.
I see. But I mean, like mostly like domestic flights or like like if you're traveling domestically,
Mhm.
like you don't really have to present your ID, right?
Well,
I mean, like
you-
by driving.
oh, not by
nobody.
driving. No, right. That's
There's
right, that's
no checkpoints. Like if you want to drive from here to Texas, like yeah, you can
Yeah,
drive.
go for it,
Like,
yeah.
nobody cares,
Yeah.
right? But in North Korea, they do, right? And they stop you, and then, and you also have to pay, right, to actually get on the car, like on the.
Oh, right. So you're paying.
and-
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then the driver actually collects all of the IDs and your traveling
interesting.
documents
Huh.
because when you get to the checkpoints,
Uh-huh.
right? I mean, the police officers, right? The military police knows that you're not supposed to do this, but this guy also
Oh.
take bribe from the drivers, right? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna let you through, but I still have to do my job. So give me the traveling documents that
see.
you
Okay.
collected from these people.
Uh-huh.
So he counts those, right?
And it counts with people on.
And then they count the head, right? So if it
Oh.
matches, then
I see.
if it
Okay.
doesn't,
Uh-oh.
then that's a problem,
I see.
right? And
Can you
then,
get out of that with even more bribe?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Ah.
So everything runs with bribes, and I think that's the things that kind of like is changing in North Korea,
Uh-huh.
like the bribery system. I mean, it's like the corruption, and like when we see corruption in like the like justifiable, like a justice. You know, it's like a like
Oh.
if you were to look at if you were to see like corruption in South Korea or America, we shame that, right?
That's
It's
right.
like shame on you. How could you,
Uh
right? But in North Korea, it's kind of like happening everywhere, and everybody does it.
huh.
Therefore, it's kind of encouraged.
I see. So that's how you gain wealth. Like,
Right,
it's
that's
just like
how you
having
gain
a
wealth,
job. Like,
yeah.
how else am I gonna feed myself?
Right, right.
Ah.
And again, like, that kind of like when you see bribery happening,
Uh-huh.
it's like so embedded in the society too.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not, cause I mean, again, like that's before I left North Korea, right?
Mm.
So that was like 2011, like pre
Yeah.
2011.
How do you think it changed? Do you think it changed much?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the same, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, again, like North Korea hates America,
Uh-huh.
but they still have American products.
Yeah.
Right, North Korea hates America, but they want to use U.S. dollar bills, right?
Oh, that's right.
Like,
Because
what
that's a
is-
stable currency.
Right,
Uh-huh.
and they have a different section for.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's like we're talking about like elites, like we're talking
Uh-huh.
about the examples of North Korea,
Uh-huh.
right? I mean, sure, it's very subtle. You have to like pay really close attention to actually see like, what's happening and notice it. If you just pay a little closer, like even I'm talking about like maybe people who visits like North Korea and Pyongyang and whatnot,
Uh-huh.
right? And I want them to like pay attention. It's like, hey, look at those kind of things. Like it's happening right in front of your eyes, and like they're trying to like in a way rob you too, right? Let's pause here for a moment and let's look in the chat and see if we can answer any questions.
That's right. So let me read through this. Yeah, thank you, everyone. We are live, and we're happy to answer questions here. So I'll go to the first one. So my Laban's Signor 6748. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so terrible at reading these. I was born in the 0708, and I heard that there was the first North Korean leader died. So I was wondering if I was born in North Korea with the same birthday, would I be praised, shot, or just live my life?
You will live your life in the saddest. Like you can't have the same birthday as the birthday, but you can have the same birthday when Kim Il Sung died. Right?
Oh, so you can't have your party that day because you're not allowed to like celebrate or.
You're not allowed to smile. You're not allowed to like laugh. You're not allowed to whistle. You're not allowed to.
Birthday ruined for the rest of your life, huh?
Yeah. Don't go to North Korea. Don't think about inviting North Korean people, like North Korean elites to your party. They'll be a party pooper.
Yeah. This is a comment from Mango Cat 444. I do wish public transport was better here. I assume on the Western world, United States, perhaps.
Yeah.
Though, because I'm personally scared of getting my license because people can't drive because they'll ram into you, and will they? They will. So, I mean, can you mention a little bit about public transportation? Is there such thing as it? So, again, we're talking about common people, not the Pyongyang. Public transport,
Nope.
buses,
No.
just train.
I mean, buses are there, and public transportation supposedly is there. And I'm talking about the train that we talked about.
Yeah.
That in itself is a public transportation.
Yeah, that makes
right?
sense. Uh-huh.
And within the local, there's supposed to be buses, right? That is actually taking everyone around.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't run.
So lines exist. Are there bus stops?
I mean, there's no bus traveling, like because there's first of all, power outages happens all the time, right? Second of all, there's no gas.
Oh, right. I mean,
Right.
yeah, that's right. If the
North
country
Korea
has-
doesn't have money to run the public. Well, I'm not talking about North Korea entirely, but I'm just talking about like the place that I'm from, Changjin. No such thing exists. Like I've never seen a public transportation when I was in Changjin. When I moved to Sariwon, yes, I've seen.
bigger city had it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sariwon. They had it, but I rarely saw it. The lines exist, right? Because they run by like I
The
think
bus
there's
lines,
like
yeah.
the electric too. It's like a electric.
Oh, it's like
buses,
electric buses that's like in San Francisco. huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
uh-huh.
So like it raises and then
Yeah,
it falls. But no, it doesn't really run.
Oh, I see. So that's why the power outage is relevant. I was like, well, but the buses don't run. But
Right,
I guess
yeah.
it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do agree. America compared to like South Korea, America's public transportation is not really.
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
like I've been in South
US
Korea.
is car centric. Talking
Right,
about
exactly.
cars,
Yeah.
that's
So
the-
earlier in our conversation, it's like, yeah, having a car is just so nice, and it's just you can just get in, and just like go everywhere.
yeah. I mean, the funny thing is like all these rich people envisioning like, oh, what if we have these,
Tunnel.
tubes and tunnels and like bunch of cars that connect together and
That's-
drive. That's just a train.
That's called train. Yeah. Expensive, layered way of traveling.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through a couple more.
Well,
comments,
okay.
questions,
Again,
maybe.
I wanted to encourage you to get a license and try to drive. I think you know you never know what's gonna happen, right? Like, yeah, sure. There's always that kind of like the fear of like, oh, somebody's gonna run into me, but I think that's the thing that you kind of have to uh, expect or overcome.
Yeah. I mean, and the same thing with public transport. Bad things can happen on public transport too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I think so. The way my dad put it is that in the United States, having a car is like having shoes.
Having shoes.
And then I think it's one of the first moments, and I'm sure you felt this way too. Like once you have your own car,
Oh,
your world just expands, right?
yeah.
Like it used to be just like, oh, I live in this city. Like I go to school, I come back, I had to driven back and forth, and I can't really like you could walk,
Bike, yeah.
but could you even walk to the nearest grocery store like in the United States?
Probably
like
not.
probably not.
Yeah.
So you probably have to bike.
Yeah.
But once you get a car, it's like, oh shoot, like half the state is my world now. You can go anywhere and then
Yeah.
spend a weekend. Yeah, definitely
Worth
it's
it.
part of the American experience is what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind comments. Love you, bro. Coolest North Korean out there. I agree.
Thank you. I agree.
Let's see. What else? Has North Korea ever produced their own vehicle?
When I was in North Korea, I saw this car called 휘파람. So whistle. They claim that they like manufactured the car, but I'm sure the parts are from China.
Yeah, probably
Or-
import from China. Badge.
Yeah.
They called it the badge engineering, right?
Bad.
They make the badge for the car. They import the product, swap out the badge. It's like, hey, domestic product.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think North Korea actually did that. I mean, they don't even have money to, build things that is essentially necessary. And I mean, car is a necessity, but even before the car, I'm talking about like producing like crops and like there is no technologies. They still use like cows for moving.
That's
like,
right.
As a
Yeah.
method of transportation. We're gonna go into the next. We're
Yeah,
gonna go.
okay.
We're gonna get into that topic pretty soon. But yeah.
All right. Let's see. What else is there? I guess Charles already answered. Will you ever go back? The man thinks maybe the next time he goes back, it may be either a one-way ticket or the North Korea is free, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
That's a-
one-way trip. Or
Funny comment here. Golden XS age. North Korea would survive a zombie apocalypse. Well, because the gas
Again-
supply might get cut off, but there maybe would. But I also know that North Korea actually is really short on the firewood supply too, because everybody uses that for heating.
right.
So it's not like
And now there is coal, and there is
Uh-huh.
a death toll on the coal, like the gas that comes
oh
out.
yeah the carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think North Korea will survive the zombie apocalypse. I don't think so. Is that what's it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was based on. Sorry, I missed the timing of when that came up. But let's see what else. There was a question about ferries, boats,
Oh
or
yeah.
boats that carry cars or people. Yeah.
That does
for transport.
exist.
Oh, it does.
It.
So how does that run?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've
okay. You've never been
one.
on it.
But I think I've heard about it.
I see. Yeah, I mean, something that you guys should remember is that Korean Peninsula, North and South combined, is pretty small.
It's like half of California.
Yeah,
actually.
so we do have some bodies of water there, but also the Korean Peninsula, 70% of the land mass is mountains. So yeah,
Right.
you wouldn't be seeing a lot of ferries.
In
Not
North
a
Korea.
main, not a main means of transportation, north or south for that matter.
Mm,
There are some ferries like in South Korea that travel between. Those are ocean ferries, so between islands and the mainland. But that's really about it. It's not like within the land. We have bridges.
I've heard that. I've heard that Kim Joo-ae, right, or Kim Jong-un actually grew up having a golf cart in his house because his house is so
massive.
big
Yeah.
that he needed a golf cart to get around.
Can you imagine if you walked instead? He'd be half the size.
Exactly. Like instead of he's having his own gravitational pull, like he might be a he might be
Yeah. And by the way, I mean, because somebody commented this, we're only making fun of Kim Jong Un. I think
Right.
because he deserves it.
He deserves
Uh,
it,
yeah. You can take it, Kim Jong Un. Come on, like, you got the whole world.
right, right.
Yeah, it's just. Did you see any resemblance of video games there? We did talk about that.
Yes.
So do we just point people to the previous episodes? What do you?
Yeah, yeah. We actually talked about that on our
Was that last episode?
I don't think so.
One before it? Yeah. It was relatively recent. So if you rewind a couple episodes, you will see us talking about the video
Yeah,
games. Yep.
video games. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess like to quickly recap, I guess. Yeah, I did play video games when I was in North Korea. I personally didn't own any kind of like video games myself, but yeah, my friend did have like Nintendo, like Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
Yeah, NES, like NES. Like we had the NES and Super Nintendos, and I used to play like Mario,
And you said
Super Mario
you-
Brothers
on black and white TV.
Yeah, black and white TV. Yeah,
Crazy.
and like we had to like blow in the cartridge.
Oh, I mean
you
that's
know?
that's universal.
Yeah.
That was not a North Korea problem. That was the whole world problem.
There we
But the
go.
black and white TV,
Yeah.
that's North Korea.
Yeah.
Another question: how simple is it to send a postage in North Korea long distance, like mail or package long distance?
Sopo.
E-
Yeah.
Even possible?
Yeah, it is possible. I mean, it takes about a month. It takes about a month to actually get, because I know this because we used to survive on that. So my aunt was in Sariwon, right
Uh-huh.
before my mom's passing. She used to send sopo every month.
Wow.
And she would
okay.
send it at the first of the month, and it would
Oh.
get to us by the end of
End
the
of the
month.
month. Wow.
Yeah, so she has to do it every first of the month. So we had a schedule,
Wow.
and I was the one who's gonna go pick it up.
So where does it arrive at?
It's the post office.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So, not to
so we
your-
will go
doesn't
pick it
come
up.
to the mail. Doesn't come to your home.
Nope, we have to go
Oh,
pick it up. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Even the cards. You know, that was one thing too. Like having your own mailbox. That was so strange.
When you came to the United States.
yeah, because
Ah.
we don't North Korean, like we don't get that. We don't do that. You know.
We don't do that here. You go pick
Wait,
up
South
your mail.
Korea too? Is it?
No, everybody has their mailbox. I mean,
Okay.
it's a big apartment building, so usually it's at the first level or what
Yeah,
have you.
you pick it
But
up.
the packages
yeah.
come to your door.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
that's
That doesn't happen in North Korea. Yeah. So we don't. Yeah. Personally, where I'm from, like even Changjin, right,
Uh-huh.
or even Suncheon, we didn't have a mailbox. If we're getting a letter, like we had to go pick it up from somewhere.
I mean, it makes sense. It all has to go through somebody. Like they have to do random picking and censoring. Right? So, and again, just as a reference, North Korea, right, landmass wise, tiny country. If you were to flew across the North Korea in a jet, probably about an hour from tip to tip, maybe two. So there's no FedEx Air, no Prime.
no, Amazon Prime.
Takes a month to send a package.
Yeah. I mean, it's again half of Korea, right?
Yeah, half of Korea,
So half
right.
of Korea, and even within that half, from Sariwon to Changjin, that's a
Uh-huh.
relatively close distance.
Yeah, I mean, you
Right?
could, if you drove that in like American highway system, like how long would that take?
3 hours, 4 hours.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, yeah. But again, I mean, it's mountain. Right?
That's true. Yeah,
Mountain.
the mountain.
Some roads are not paved.
Yeah,
Right.
and of course the South Korean the equivalent, we just have tunnels. Yeah. So,
But North Korea doesn't have a power to actually make the tunnels.
So
right?
people actually
They don't have-
scale the mountain to travel.
Yeah, and one of
Wow.
my earliest traveling days, I do remember like actually scared of my life because like how.
And
Like-
what were you on? Like you're not walking, right?
No, I wasn't walking.
Yeah.
But when I was in North Korea from Changjin traveling to Hamhung,
Uh-huh.
it was a short I can't remember how long it was, but it was
Uh-huh.
relatively short. But again, like we are on a truck.
Oh, on top of as a little child,
Right?
you're on top of
yeah,
like an old
on top
truck?
of a truck. You're
Uh-huh.
holding on dear life
Oh
with my mom.
God.
So mommy is holding, like me, with one hand and holding on to like whatever is in the below. Like we are not on seatbelt at all,
Oh my god.
and just moving like
And
this.
it's so like you can't like, so for the listeners, you can't imagine like a paved road, like a smooth driving. It's like this.
It's not paved.
This truck that's carrying coal or whatever, huge,
Yeah.
like tons of load with people on top, is off-roading over a
Off-roading.
mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I first traveled, like I was scared.
Oh, I would.
Like
be
that's
too.
why I was like, yeah, I don't like getting on the car, right? Because as a child, because like that was my imagination. Like I've never imagined traveling to be like sitting in a comfy sedan car, in a comfy
So okay,
seat.
so I have to
That
ask-
wasn't traveling for me.
So I think I know an answer to this, but when was the first time that you actually sat in a sedan?
Taxi.
Taxi
The
in China, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So when I first escaped, so my
Wow.
dad.
What was that like?
I was like, whoa. Yeah, it was mind blowing. Like I didn't know like the car seat was like made out of like a fabrics. Like I don't know. I imagined to be like some sort of like a wood or something. Because only the trains that I've been into,
Oh,
right?
they're all
'Cause
wooden seats.
it's a wooden bench, right?
Oh,
It's all made out of wood. Like 'cause the
Yeah, I never
train
been
is
on.
that old.
I've
Again.
never been on a train that had a wooden bench.
Yeah, it's a wood
Holy
bench.
smokes.
It's like a wooden bench that has like a like a strip of wood,
Oh.
and it has like a
Is
um
that old?
I guess like the airflow, like ventilation or whatever. Your butt, you're cooling your butt's cool. um,
That's crazy.
yeah. So those I guess we can transition into, or should we answer some more questions or?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, sorry. So today, the chat for whatever reason is not loading on our main broadcast screen. So I'm reading off my phone here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So let's see. So let me go back. Did you think black people existed when you were in North Korea?
You know, that's a great question. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of like different countries in Africa that are dictatorship.
Oh, right.
Therefore, Kim Il Sung actually had really good friendship. And again, North Korean people are not racist. Kim Il Sung, Kim Jong Il, like they do not. They're not. They say that they're not racist people. Like when I was a kid, like I would see a documentary of Kim Il Sung and Kim Jong Il visiting different countries in Africa, and also bringing some of the dictators from Africa to North Korea and giving them gifts. Right.
Wow.
So yeah, I've seen a lot of black people when I was in North Korea on TV, of course, not
Interesting.
in real person.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were exposed to it from a relatively young age.
Right,
thanks
but
to
but
that.
I did not know America had black people.
Ah.
That was I thought only like in America. I
Oh.
thought like all Americans were white. Yeah.
Because all in all the propaganda they draw them white.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
all the propaganda is just like
Where's
a
the representation?
white, like a Yankee, it's like long nose, and like a beard, and yeah.
What about Hispanic folks? Latinx?
I did not know.
Did not know. Okay, so there's no representation of that.
Not at all. It's only the Americans,
Uh-huh.
and then some parts of Africa as an ally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
So-
have you ever seen like Cubans? Which I guess
I have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just to kind of like give you context on how uninformed the Koreas in general were. So I remember in social science class, and this was in middle school, so around 2007. No, before 2007. So like early 2000 to mid 2000s. I do remember very, very clearly. Social science textbook says there are 3 races in the world. There's white, yellow, and black. And then they also had names that, if it's the white person and then the yellow person has a kid, that's called this. I don't remember the name.
Mhm,
And then if the
mhm,
black and white, that's called this, and so
I
on and
see.
so forth.
I see.
So like Hispanic, and then in that worldview, and this is one of the kind of the ethnic views of the world. The Hispanics get wrapped up with the white folks. Yeah.
Interesting. I've never learned that when I was in North Korea.
Yeah, which still doesn't make sense. Like what would that system categorize? What about Indians? Well, no.
No.
Wow.
Well, I mean, Indo, right? So I did watch a lot of
know-
Indian movies, like a Bollywood movie
Oh,
when I was in
no
North
way.
Korea. Yeah, I did a
Is
lot.
it allowed?
Some are allowed,
Oh, interesting.
but some are not. Yeah, so we
Bollywood's
watched a lot
fun.
of Bollywood. Like I grew up with Bollywood.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I learned that for the first time. Okay, that's
Oh, really?
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Bollywood.
All right. Okay, there's one more question that was a follow-up of what you talked about here. So about that July 8th in North Korea, right?
Mhm.
Can't be happy, can't smile. How do they enforce this?
I mean, you don't really. It's not. You think of it as a common sense.
Oh,
you
I see. It's
believe
like
it as a
customarily enforced, not
Right.
necessarily the police is checking. Like, don't smile.
Yeah, you're smiling. No, it's like it's
oh.
discouraged, right? Because like you're not friends, right?
Uh-huh.
And if I were to see you smile or laughing, it's like, what are you doing? It's like
Oh,
the
I see. Our
day-
dear
like, it's
leader
like-
has passed away this day.
right. So it's like baked into our culture. It's
Wow.
not necessarily like the police are coming, right?
Uh-huh.
At least when I was in North Korea, that's how I felt about it.
Uh-huh.
And at least like that's how our friends felt about it, right? So that's why I don't smile. But now Kim Jong Un actually came up with this law, right? So it's a law that for I think like a whole month or something like that, you're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to like.
Wow. The moratorium.
Yeah,
And
happy.
fun. Any fun.
Yeah, any fun. Yeah,
Wow.
because of Kim Jong Il's passing. Right,
Uh-huh,
so it's like
mhm.
a December or something. So again, North Korea doesn't really have Christmas. So there like there's nothing you should be looking forward to in December.
Oh.
But they just made it even more depressing.
Oh
by-
man. And it's really cold there.
It's freezing. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Have you ever, do you know what dongjikguk is? You know what dongjikguk?
I don't know. No, I
No,
mean I know what Dongji is.
Yeah, 'cause
right?
it's-
like a winter.
Yeah, it's like the solstice or like one
it's
of
something
the
like the coldest day of the
yeah
year.
winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was one thing that I was looking forward to because like we used to make this kind of like a special like a juk.
Oh wait. Dongji pachuk. I know what it is.
Dongjipachuk, there you
yeah,
go.
Okay, it's the red bean soup. I
Yeah,
guess.
so
Yeah,
it's like
no red bean porridge. Yeah.
red
porridge.
bean porridge. That was like growing up, like that was the thing that I'm looking forward to in December because of that.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know,
I
since
see.
coming to America, I have a better one now. Christmas.
yeah, fun times. No,
Mhm.
the winter Christmas season is my favorite as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what's next?
Yeah, so I guess we kind of talked about like two different like traveling methods and what are the restrictions and what you need in order for you to travel in North Korea. So if you're thinking of defecting to North Korea and you want to travel in North Korea, make sure to bring a lot of money so they can bribe. I'm sure you're
right.
not gonna go to North Korea, but
Yeah.
so yeah, we talked about like a trains, and we talked about how people are moving to the trains and some like trucks, company trucks, factory trucks, and main North Korean people's method of transportation is bicycle. Right? It's a bicycle, and in Sariwon, you see like in LA we have like rush hour, right? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from like 5 to whatever. It's like
That's right.
traffic.
Oh yeah.
In North Korea, it happens with the bicycle. I've seen that.
Is there
in
traffic? Like
Sariwon.
people can't move.
Oh
fast?
yeah, oh yeah. So I mean,
Wow.
there is like a so in Sariwon, right? Because again, Sariwon is a big city. Right?
Yeah.
Sariwon, Hamhung, Cheongjin,
Uh-huh.
right? And Pyeongseong is another big city.
Uh-huh.
So all of those big cities, you have a pedestrian walkway, and then there's a second line for bicycle lane.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we have so in the two different, because in America, in the bike path, there's one for going and then incoming, right? But in North Korea, it's not like that.
Oh, just one for both
The
ways.
entire sidewalk, and then the bike line is incoming, and then the other side is
okay.
incoming, right? So
Interesting.
we used to live in an apartment. My aunt used to live in an apartment. It's remember 정성동. Yeah, 평안
Oh, wow.
황해북도 사리원시 정성동. I won't reveal the rest, but
Please don't dox.
no,
yeah. North Korea. Yeah.
if North Korean regime is watching, maybe I don't know. But anyway, like we used to live in an apartment, and then like every like 5 or like a 6, like I hear like it's a bike ring, right? But you know where that songs come from, right?
Yeah, that's Jingle Bells.
Yeah, Jingle Bells, right?
What?
And everybody actually has that. It's like
It's
an electric bell.
electric bell. Oh,
Yeah, electric
okay.
bell. And I did not know what the sound was.
Oh, of
but it
course.
was smuggled from China.
Yeah.
Right? So the bike has been smuggled out.
Jingle Bells in North
So-
Korea. Holy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the bike, it's full of people who's coming off from work, right? With the
All
bike.
on their bikes.
Like, just like
Are there any
traffic.
cars or just bikes?
Just bikes. I mean,
Oh, interesting.
occasionally one car, shung, another car, shung. It's
Okay.
like I'm sure those are elites, right? And
I
again, like
see.
it's not like everybody who can own motor vehicle
Yeah, the motor vehicles.
motor
yeah.
vehicles. You can, right? But you just have to have enough status, right? Like elites, for example,
Yeah.
right? You have to have enough status to actually own a vehicle in North Korea. The other way, and again, like bicycle is the main method of transportation for commoners like us.
Mm.
One below the commoners is the
Oh.
똥달구지. It's like a we call it like the poop. No, what's that?
Is it a
달구지,
carriage or carriage? I think. Yeah.
So basically, like people, because like with the cows, like they're used as a farm animals, right? And they they
They have a
walk. And
cart.
they have a
Yeah,
cart in the
yeah.
back. I wrote that like a lot of times. Like
Oh,
I'll,
so
I'll
is it
hitchhike.
is
It's
it
like
with the cow in front, or is it with person driving it?
with cow in
Oh,
front.
with the cow, you actually get. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's like a horse carriage, except which is really
There's
fancy
cow,
here.
and then
With-
there's a human feces, like on the back of the car, because they use that as a
Oh,
natural
right.
fertilizer.
Right, fertilizer. Right. Okay.
Natural fertilizer. So I used I used to hitchhike those. Like, can I get on it? But like the cow drivers, they don't usually let you on that because cows are malnourished.
Oh,
And therefore, like it's really it's gonna be extra weight for the cows to pull. So they're like, no. But some
Oh,
cool
man.
people who's they allow me to get on the cow,
Uh-huh.
the carriage, and I would ride that.
Right, and then I
Um,
mean that's not fast.
Oh, it's just like it's slower than walking. But it's just for fun.
I
It's
see-
like
I
just to
see, I
say,
see, I
I
see.
did it. I rode a Dongtarguzi.
I gotcha. Okay.
It's not because I want to travel somewhere. It's just for
Got it,
fun. Yeah.
got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Um, and I guess like for the closing, so there's another type of like transportation is a motorcycle. It's not common in North Korea, but it still happens. It's one case with my brokers. Yeah, my broker, my person who helped me escape North Korea for the first time. He owned a motorcycle. He smuggled the
Ooh.
motorcycle from China into
Whoa.
into North Korea, and then the way that he bought it, right,
Uh-huh.
and it's his motorcycle, but
Oh.
because he can't own anything that is motorized,
Oh, right, yeah.
he actually gave that bike
Uh-huh.
to a like a chief of the police
Oh,
department,
the ultimate bro.
right, the ultimate bride, but on a condition like in a week, like you can drive certain days,
I see.
and then the rest it's yours. Right? So like that's another way to do it, but that's only possible in the border town, right? So I think this is gonna be a great topic to talk about. It's like a border, the life in a border town
Border town. Oh, interesting.
versus like life in
Borderlands?
the borderlands. There you go. Yeah. So I feel like that's gonna be a great topic to talk about. And I don't
Uh-huh.
think we talked about it, but
No, I don't think so.
yeah,
Yeah.
I actually got to live in Hisan, which is
Right.
I lived there for like 3 months at a time. One time I lived there 3 months, and the second time I lived I lived there for 2 weeks, but life was completely different. Yeah, like you
Interesting.
can actually for a sneak peek of next week, I watched South Korean drama like on a North Korean television. Like not
Whoa.
North Korean. Like, without a DVD, we cut a signal
On the air.
On the air.
Oh,
we cut
no way.
But it's Chinese stuff.
Oh,
of
right.
course.
Yeah, but still they're just airing the South Korean content.
Yeah,
And
so I was like,
ah.
yeah. And again, because I actually went into well, I used to watch South Korean drama
Uh-huh.
even at the DVD, so I know the like the Korean thing and everything. Right? But,
yeah.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining today, everyone, and thank you so much for asking great questions and comments. We love it, and I think the comment sections are what actually drives us to continue to do what we do, and we encourage you to share our content and keep engaging with us, and the reason why we do this is because I want to be the voice for voiceless North Koreans, right? Like I tell people that my story is just a story, and there are 25 million people who relatively like who live my story this like
They're
at
there
this
right
moment,
now. Yeah.
right? So you sharing my story, you sharing my channel, it actually helps me to become even stronger voice and giving platforms to those kind of people. So it helps a lot when you share. And yeah, thank you so much for joining and subscribing. I hope to see you guys next week live. In the meantime, I'll continue to post and I'll try to answer you guys' comments. So please engage with us, and great to see you. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Thank you for joining.
All
Bye.
right. Bye-bye.